All right, we'll start the meeting this morning with the Pledge of Allegiance, so please stand. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And just a brief word to remember our service people that are out there protecting our country even today. So with that said, we'll proceed on with the meeting. And the first item on the agenda is the consider the approval of the minutes for the May 1st, 2014.
I have reviewed the minutes and would move that we approve the minutes as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I would second.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Next item on the agenda is consider the register of claims totaling $943,680.68.
Review the claims, I'd move approval.
Second.
We have a first and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. We have nothing listed under old business this morning, so we'll move on to new business, and that's to consider the final change order for the PO store to authorize final payment and to release the escrow for Scott Dempke, GRW. Will cover that.
Hi, Scott Domke, GRW.
Morning, Scott.
Good morning. This is the final change order, which is what I call a true-up change order. Quantifies all the final things that were constructed and built. And billed for it is a $76,000 deduct to the price, bringing the final contract amount to $3,159,636.16.
Did I understand that we're saving $76,000? Is that what you said?
It is a deduct, yes.
Yes. Okay. That deduct means we're saving money.
Sure.
Absolutely. Why don't you come back every meeting? This is good to hear. Mike?
Sewer was built in 1880,
Yeah,
so in your opinion, how long will it do?
well,
do we have before we have?
it's difficult because the Shot Creek guys, they said 50 years is what they targeted their design for, was the increased 50 years. So that's a pretty good sewer. It's a pretty good life. It was a double or triple layer brick, hand-laid brick, egg-shaped sewer. It's remarkable craftsmanship in that.
Wow. Probably couldn't do it today. Well, maybe
okay.
Joe could.
Anyway, it's been a good job. The job is complete, and the final claims will be coming through the next board meeting, and then authorization to release the escrow
Okay,
amount.
so we're looking for a motion to authorize the final payment and to release the escrow.
Approve the change order and authorize.
Change order to,
Yeah.
okay.
I would move, we approve the change order on the primary outfall sewer as presented.
I would second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Next is a consideration of Resolution 2014-06. This is a resolution regarding the lease purchase agreement with TCF, Equipment Finance Company, for our new sanitation trucks, which will be natural gas driven.
Good morning.
Debbie Irving?
Yes, Deborah Irvin, Muncie Sanitary Financial Manager. I would ask the board today to approve Resolution 2014-6. This is a lease purchase number 001060638-302. The reason for this resolution, we are getting our trucks, we have a total of 11 trucks that we are purchasing with the lease to purchase, and they are coming in stages. So each group has to have a separate lease. The last meeting, we did the same resolution, and this is for 2 trucks. And this resolution also gives authorization for our Sanitary District Administrator, Nikki Grigsby, to execute the documents. So I'd ask the board to approve Resolution 2014-6.
Okay. Before we do that, just a little comments. I've been involved with this as kind of a special project person in the beginning of this year, and we've arranged the financing over 7 years. The projections, and Mike, you may want to cover this. You're the one that headed up the natural gas transition out there. But these trucks that we're buying obviously are expensive, but our projections show that the savings that we will be obtaining from the what the cost of the gas will help pay for these trucks. Is that the way I understand it? So it's really a good decision. I think the board is really proud to be one of the first in the state to transfer our trash trucks over to natural gas. And I think we're not only looking to save taxpayers money, but we're also to go green, so to speak, which we've been really very strong. In fact, our district administrator was headed up our recycling program for the last 10 years or more. And so this district has been really proud to be the leader in the community for going green, and I think this is another step, and I think that everybody involved really needs to be congratulated on this. So,
There's one outside right now in the parking lot, and Rick Yenser has approved that, so I guess we're good to go.
okay.
And it ditto on a lot of people
I did,
involved
thank
in
you,
it.
Rick. Joe, do you have any comments? Because I know
no,
you've been involved in the construction part
Just
out
the,
there.
our CNG plant out on Centennial is probably 99% done. And as soon as we can get gas running to it in the quantities we need, we'll be able to take off with this program, and hopefully, it will show that, gas is going to be something that can be used to mitigate some of the costs that government runs into. So, hopefully, as we move forward with this, will be a cost savings not only for us, but it will show other people that great things can be done this way. And good cooperation with everybody working together to try to get this accomplished. That's what you like to see. So thank you.
Great, John, or Joe. Thanks for the good words. Okay, so with that, why don't we move on, and I'll ask for a motion for Resolution 2014-06.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
John.
Debbie. The next item on the agenda is consider a time change for our future board meetings. And what we're requesting here is for the board to keep our same schedule as far as dates are concerned, but to move the meeting from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10:30. And to be very truthful with it, I leave the MRC meetings upstairs, and it starts at 9, and many times that goes over an hour. So that would help me to attend these meetings in a timely fashion instead of being 15 minutes late. So I'd really like to just have a resolution change in the future board meetings to start at 10:30 versus 10 o'clock. So I probably need a motion to that.
I would move that we move the meeting times to 10:30 to accommodate Bill.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. I don't know, you're hesitant there. Maybe you'd like me not being here 15 minutes, but no, thanks. I appreciate that. It really does make it easier for those upstairs, and they're trying to rush to get votes before I leave, and it really helps everybody concerned, so thank you.
Mr. Chair, I do have a prepared statement I would like to read.
Certainly.
Indiana law permits the Muncie Sanitary District to send its bills either to the owners of real property served by Muncie Sanitary District or to the occupants, even though the ultimate legal responsibility to pay the bills is with the owner. In the past, Muncie Sanitary District has had a policy of first billing the occupants, tenants of rental properties, if so requested by the owners, and then if the bills remained unpaid, to send the bills to the owners. This policy has not been entirely satisfactory, and Muncie Sanitary District has had complaints from owners who desire to have the original bills sent to them. It is not the role of Muncie Sanitary District to serve as a referee between owners and tenants, and since it is ultimately the owner's responsibility to pay Muncie Sanitary District's bills or to see that the bills are paid, Muncie Sanitary District is now proposing to change its policy. The new policy, to take effect on August 1st of 2014, is for all Muncie Sanitary bills to be sent to the owners of properties, who can then control how the bills will be paid. These will be all new bills starting August 1st, and then as we work through this process, we'll go back and start to work on the older accounts. So it's what I would like to be entered into the record.
So moved, that will be entered into the record as presented, so thank you. And at this point in time, is there any comments from the audience? Anybody want to come forth? And if you do, would you please come forward and just give us your name and your address, please?
Good morning. My name is Michelle Ritchie. I live at 4205 North New York Avenue, here in Muncie. I was having some problems with my sewer. I've been having this problem a couple of years now, and I've had Roto-Rooter and some other people come out and get my sewer line cleaned out. Well, I had to have an affidavit. I went out to the sanitation department. They gave me an affidavit for their people to come down and put a camera in there. Well, they said that if it's on their part of the property, sanitation would be responsible. If it's on my part, as a homeowner, I would be responsible. Well, I know that the line starts 25 feet from the street, from the middle of the street, 25 feet in. That goes to the city. I can't build, I can't dig, I can't do anything in front of that. So the line, I have pictures on my camera. I also have pictures of the hole that they took. It's on the city's property, not mine. I had to pay $219 to Roto-Rooter. I'm on a fixed income, get Social Security. I had to overdraw my account in order to have this done. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, I had to pay $100 to Jackson to have them come in and flush that out. And what the picture shows is my pipes are plastic pipes, and they told me that roots can't grow into plastic. So with that being four inches in my pipe, the city's is six inches. It's too big. They don't fit. And so roots are growing in there. My line is clear, but the line to the street where the sewer is, roots are in there, and I'm paying all this money. I can't afford to keep paying this money. And so I was just coming to ask if they would reimburse me money that I have paid out. I've had to overdraw my account twice. Yes, the day when the Jackson came out, I overdrawed. That's $28 every time I have to overdraw. My income is only set where I can pay my bills.
But you need sewers, I understand them.
Yes, and so I'm just coming to see if I can get that money plus anything that I had to overdraw my account reimbursed to me.
Is Tracy here? I was just wondering if we have any report on this.
Tracy's not here. He had to leave for another meeting. But if you'd like to meet after this, I can get the address and I can get the video of the line.
Yeah,
Because
I've
I'm not
got that
familiar.
here. I've got a picture of that. I also have a picture on my phone,
Okay.
where the line was, where the flag is, that's the city. Where the line is, that's where my property actually starts, 25 feet off of.
Okay. Well, since I'm not familiar with it, if we could meet after and I
Okay.
can get your address and I can get any information from our department, because this is the first that I've heard about it, and we'll work it out. We'll
Okay.
figure out what needs to be done.
And this is Nikki Grisby, she's our executive director.
Okay.
Okay, just so you
All
know,
right.
okay? And you know, we've talked about this for years, that we can't expect citizens to dig up a street. And so I think we can resolve this.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
okay, thank you. Is there anybody else from the audience who'd like to come forward? Les? You're moving like me this morning, what's the matter?
I'm old, I'm
Well,
crippled,
that's-
I'm arthritic.
well,
Other than that, things are running pretty smooth. I need some explanation on this salt
Give
haul.
us your name and address again, we know you are.
1216 North Ridge Road.
Thank you.
In February, RCM Construction was paid $65,300 and some change to facilitate the transportation of 1,189 tons of salt from St. Joe, Michigan. I've been through all the weigh tickets, and I find there's at least 33 what I call government trucks, and 6 rate loads from Thornburg Trucking, which is paid for by the city street department. So it looks like to me, the only liability that RCM had is $26,000 to Clink Trucking out of Fort Wayne or Ashley, Indiana, one of the two. So the only inference I can make from this is he's made upwards of $40,000 for making one phone call and cutting one check. Anyhow, he doesn't get credit. He doesn't get credit for the government trucks for Thornburg because the city's or the street department's paying for that. So the 1189 is not going to add up. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks like, and the 33 government trucks could be 8 more. I'm really not sure because the load tickets, they weren't all signed, and some were signed by the same person. This is the only thing I can glean from this, that the man's made 40 grand for making a phone call to Clink and writing a check to Clink.
Okay. Well, obviously, I don't believe this board has the answer for you this morning, but as we've done in the past,
Yeah.
we will review it and we will report on it
Well,
at the
you
next
know, I
meeting.
talk to people, I don't even think it's illegal.
Well, I just don't understand it at this point in time. I knew
It's
this.
not illegal, right?
No clue.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
he's, I guess what I'm saying is, this board is not prepared at this point in time to give you an
Okay,
answer. That's because,
somebody needs to take a look at it.
well, and we certainly agree with
And,
looking at it.
if there's another company involved, which I don't think there is, I mean, I've investigated all the documents I can investigate, and that's what it looks like.
Well, as you know, we were probably one of the only cities to have salt in the sanitary district,
listen.
and so we did the right thing.
And you know what?
Now-
I'm all for that,
Yeah.
but this is a situation where somebody could have picked up a phone and cut a check through the controller and saved $65,000.
Okay.
Is what, Ray
That's what it
didn't.
looks like, well, again.
Yeah, RCM didn't, they have no trucks to do it.
We will look at this entire
Okay.
situation, and you know what? If we did something that wasn't the right thing to do, we'll say we didn't do the right thing. And however, we won't make the same mistake again. But I'm not saying we made a mistake.
Okay,
I'm just saying we'll look into it.
yeah. Well, talking about the same mistake again, we've got Smoot Landscaping back at $1,000 less than they did last year per mow. Last year it cost the taxpayers about $137,000 because they didn't take another offer. There's another offer on the table that's $11,250 less than Smoot.
Actually, we spent less money last year than the year before, and per cut, we
I understand that.
spend less money than Smooth, or than, what, the other contractor, whoever it
Arnold.
was, Arnold. Which, very frankly, there are reasons we didn't go back with Arnold,
And that would be,
not liberty to say.
you're not at liberty to say. Well, someone said he had OSHA problems. Now I've investigated that too, and I don't find any.
Okay, I
So
very
maybe,
honestly,
somebody can point that out.
we don't normally discuss these type
He
things.
was also did a whole bunch of of stuff that had not been done on that levee before in 2012. And with that all done, he bids 8,500 or 8,000 or 9,000 last year. He bids 6,500 this year, including the critter holes and including debris from the levee and the river. Smoot last year had $25,000 worth of incidentals, and let's be real honest about it. Some of them were embellished, some of them were down in the price of the 2012 mow, and some of them he didn't do at all. I got some pictorial proof and a lot of eyeball
I can
proof.
only tell you this, that and unfortunately, our department head's not here this morning, but the reports that we're getting from the public, from the other entities, the rails, the trails, the John Craddock's people, across the board, everybody thinks it's the best job that's ever been done on the levee.
Well, I'm
We
not
saved
saying
money,
you're doing a
we
bad
saved
job.
money, we saved money, okay? And so we're happy with it, so we went ahead. And one of the biggest things we did with this contract is that we may not, if it not, going back to the previous, okay, person who actually, or contractor who did this, he cut it every 2 weeks. He just kept cutting. Well, during the driest weather out there, okay, which I didn't have my lawn cut, okay, for 3-4 weeks, okay, we were still cutting levee. Last year, we went
So
for,
that would be how many mows?
I'm not sure, but we spent less money by us saying, okay, this levee needs to be cut this week, cut it, don't cut it next week, don't cut it next week, cut it, don't cut it, cut it. We saved more money, we got a better job, and we're happy with the contractor. That's all I can tell you at this point in time. But Tracy, whether it's something that wasn't done or not done, I can't answer that this morning.
Well, it just wasn't, and, I mean, if we go down that road, I mean, I think I can, I have no problem proving what I'm saying, and he didn't mow all the levee every mow.
Well, I can only tell you what I said. What else
Yeah.
can I say above
Okay,
what I just told you?
How many take-home vehicles do we have here in MSD?
Again, we can find out, let you know. I know this, that we've curtailed them and they've been cut back. In fact, I think that was actually done by the previous administration, and we didn't add any. So we didn't add any from the previous administration. That's the only thing I do know. But we can get that number for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions from the audience? And we appreciate everybody's comments. So With that said, we will close the meeting, and our next meeting will be Thursday. Well, we're going to be having a special, it's on here, a special meeting would be next Thursday, at May 22nd at 9 o'clock, and that will be held in our regular office. And then we'll be to the regular scheduled meeting, which will be Thursday, the 29th at 10:30 in this auditorium. Thank you, everybody, for coming.